you question your why, you feeling defeat, you go look in the mirror, repeat after me. I am humongous, I am resourceful, I am much better than ever could be.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Sip, Spill, and Be Real. It's just me today, no guests, just a real conversation from my heart to yours. This episode is called Becoming Her, Healing, Evolving, and Choosing Myself. And I want to talk about the version of me that I had to lose and the version of me that I am becoming. I fought hard to be her, and healing isn't pretty, growth isn't soft, and sometimes choosing yourself is a decision you have to make even when it hurts. So, here we are. There was a time where I thought I loved in so many ways that ended up breaking me. I poured into people who left me empty. I shrunk myself to be chosen. I silenced my voice to keep peace. And I confused being needed and being valued. But the person that I'm becoming, I'm not begging for love. I'm not chasing validation. And I'm definitely not apologizing for evolving. When you're becoming her, it's about honoring the growth, learning your worth, and choosing yourself without guilt, fear, or an apology. So, this one is for anyone who's ever lost their self trying to love others. And if you've outgrown people in a season, it's always for a reason. And if you're finally ready to step into the woman that God called you to be, this episode is for you. So, of course, grab your glass, take a deep breath, and let's sip, spill, and get real. So, I want to talk about the time where there was a version of me that I don't even really like to discuss, but I don't even know who that person was. And the person that I am now can't even compare to that person. And that person was a version of me that was loud, but I did not love myself. I was being the strong one, I was being understanding, I was the, oh, she'll be okay friend. And outside, I looked good, I looked fine, I was showing up, I was happy. But on the inside, I really was pouring from an empty cup, and I just thought all of that was love. And there was times where I ignored so many red flags because, of course, I crave connection. I used to over-explain my heart to people who never deserved it. I felt like I was responsible for everybody's emotions but my own. That often was mistaken for attachment of loyalty and trauma bonds that I thought was soul ties. I thought, choosing others meant being a good woman, but really, I did not choose myself, and that's where the problem was. I was tolerating things that I known I should have walked away from. I accepted apologies, and when you accept apologies, there has to be changed behavior, and sometimes there was no changed behavior. I stayed where I wasn't nurtured. I called it history, loyalty, and potential. There was days I made myself feel small so that other people could feel big. I made myself available to people who were not ready to show up for me the way I was showing up for myself. And honestly, I think I was always scared of letting go or scared of the what ifs or the potential that you see in someone, scared to start over. And I was definitely scared to choose myself. And that was the woman that I used to be. And I didn't know my worth. And I do honor her. I cherish her. I apologize to her because she just survived everything that tried to destroy her. But the person that I used to be, she cannot go where I'm going in these days. And where I'm going, I'm almost there. Not yet, but I'm getting there. And in every woman's life, there is a thing where pain becomes the teacher and silence becomes the answer. My breaking point was never loud, it wasn't explosive, it was quiet, and it was the moment that I had to look at myself and say, I cannot live like this no more. And I was tired, not physically, but my soul was tired. Like I was pouring in all the wrong places. And I got tired of trying to prove my worth, trying to show loyalty when the loyalty was breaking me, tired of showing up for people who didn't show up for me. So now these days, somebody do always say I'm so disloyal, but I don't think they understood the definition of disloyal, because if you're not loyal to me, why would I continue to be loyal to you? I finally chose myself, then I became every name in the book to them. And my breaking point wasn't really about losing someone else, but it was really about losing me. And I finally understood that staying where I was, loving the way I did, and accepting a bare minimum was killing parts of me that I know God didn't intend for me. So this year, I had to let the old version of me break. I had to stop being the people pleaser, the over explainer, the woman who was accepted less than what she deserved. And I grieve her sometimes because the unhealthy versions of us were created for survival. But again, I knew that I could not heal in the same place where I was breaking. It's the same thing as you cannot grow in the same environment that you're trying to be different from. Change is always good. So the breaking point wasn't really my end. It was really just awakening for me. In the moment I stopped asking, like, why did this person do this to me? And I had to start asking myself, why did I allow it? But I also had to apologize to myself because I needed grace. We're not perfect, but what you allow will continue. And when I started taking accountability for myself, is when everything changed. So I'm gonna take a sip. And my sister always said to me as I was going through the motions, like, girl, you saying that you her in real life, you gotta be her everywhere, her with her with these people. Like, you gotta be her and you gotta stand on that you her. So becoming her again didn't happen overnight. It wasn't me posting a picture on Instagram glowing up. It wasn't a quote. It wasn't a choice. It was really hard. And it was a daily uncomfortable choice that I had to make to stop abandoning myself. And in this season, it looked like having boundaries, and I started saying no without guilt. And I just looked and started just seeing myself in situations for what it really was. And I stopped negotiating my worth to feel love. Like, I realized that it had to come from me. It couldn't come from anybody else but me. So in those moments, I was building habits that matched the woman that I actually wanted to be. I started praying, I started journaling, I started going to therapy because I wanted to be the best version of myself that I could be. And there's going to be many videos. I talk about my son and I and our journey, and I reference my son. But for him, he deserved a happy mom. And I just can't see myself giving him less than that because I want him to know how to treat women when he grows up. And when I became her, it was me again apologizing to the girl I used to be. And I started protecting my peace. I started pouring back into myself. I started choosing environments, friendships, conversation, and energy that only poured into my purpose and not my pain. So this season has been hard for me, but I feel like it's become one of the best seasons I've been in. And I love to look back on where I was to where I am now. And again, I had to hold myself accountable in this season. I could not blame everybody else. And I just started keep saying to myself, what part did I play? What part did I play in staying where I didn't belong? And that version of me did accept less. But this version of me, I'm healed. I understand it. But again, when you become her, being her is intentional. You got to be aligned with becoming her. This version of me being her is loved, is chosen, and is protected by nobody but me. And when you're becoming her, again, it's not about being perfect. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Every day in this journey has not been good. I still got my days and I still got my ways, but it's all about evolving. And I'm not chasing love. I'm not looking for validations, and I'm not looking for closure. I am attracting what's aligned for me. So again, I feel like this is my calling. So here I am. And to all the girls, whether you're a mom, a single mom, even the girls who are in relationships, listening, the girls who love deeply, the ones who carry so much, the ones who show up when she's tired, you're not broken. We are becoming, and we are allowed to outgrow the versions of ourselves that was built on survival. We don't always have to be living on survival mode. That soft life era is real. And sometimes that soft life era is just you. And you're allowed to choose peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, and healing over history. We are allowed to evolve, even if that makes others uncomfortable, even if people can't understand it, even if you feel bad. Always choose you, because at any moment, again, whether you're coming from a breakup, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're focusing on yourself, choose you, because a person's always going to choose themselves. And We don't have to shrink to be loved. We don't have to beg to be chosen. We don't have to suffer to prove our points and our loyalties. Everybody knows up. And when it's real, it sees for itself. The right people will meet you where your healing is and not where your trauma was. This version of me, and I hope this version of you, is to become softer, wiser, happier, and to be at peace. And even for the ones who want peace and don't know how to get it, it's coming. And that person that you're supposed to be is always waiting on the other side. So when you're scared to let go, do it and give yourself permission to become her. Not someday, but do it now while you can. I promise you, what it looked like 4 months ago won't look like what it is now. And again, every day is not easy, but we're going to get there. And that's why I'm here, day by day, step by step, video by video. We're going to heal together. So this is all I have for now. I thank you guys for sitting with me. I thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for letting me pour into you today. I hope this episode reminded you that becoming her is not about perfection. It's about intention, healing, and choosing yourself over and over again. Don't forget to choose yourself. And if you like this episode, share it with a friend who probably needs it. Somebody who probably needed to hear it today. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the notification bell because the videos will be rolling. And so you don't miss the next conversation. Until next time, sip, spill, and be real.
If you question your why, you feeling defeat, you gon' look in the mirror, repeat after me. I am humongous, I am resourceful, I am much better than ever could be.